If it weren't for the Rosies.
If it weren't for the Rosies.
If it weren't for the Rosies.
If it weren't for the Rosies, I wouldn't be able to wear pants.
I would have had to spend a heck of a lot more time doing laundry.
I probably wouldn't have discovered my love for conservation.
If it weren't for the Rosies, then women's rights and civil rights would have been held back by decades.
If it weren't for the Rosies, I wouldn't have the same passion for history that I have today. Their fortitude inspired many generations to continue the fight for equality.
If it weren't for the Rosies, I wouldn't be here. My Nana wouldn't have migrated here from Oklahoma, and I wouldn't be living here in the Bay Area, which is the coolest place to live in the world, in my opinion. Not to mention the fact that some of the most important social changes in US history were made right here in Richmond in the shipyards.
I don't think women would have really understood all the things that they could do, the opportunities that were out there for them. Even now, we're still trying to get that message out, especially for women to go into some of the trades and the labor unions where there's wonderful benefits, terrific income, and futures for women who choose to go into those fields.
If it wasn't for the Rosies, I wouldn't be able to do my job as a landscaper because I wouldn't be able to use the tools I need, like a weed whacker or a lawnmower, for instance. So very grateful for what they did for us.
The Rosies' unwavering dedication and resilience, they continue to inspire us, and it helps us to see that we can just take on and do anything we want to do.
If it weren't for the Rosies, I don't know where I'd be. I might be at home cooking or serving someone tea. I might be staring at the sky, daydreaming near and far of a life full of adventure and a chance to reach the stars. But lucky for me, I don't have to dream or wait for my time to arrive. For the Rosies helped women pave the way to be courageous and to thrive. In their dedication and service, Rosies proved their worth, that women are just as capable as any man on earth. And so I thank the Rosies for helping me to be a National Park Service steward and a keeper of their history.
If it weren't for the Rosies, honestly, I'm not sure that women would have the same opportunities today that we do, because the women's movement would have been totally different. The women's movement was only possible because of what the Rosies accomplished during World War II. Those ladies who worked during the war had had a taste of what was possible and what they could do, and they were inspired later on in their lives, many of them, to return to that. And so all of the progress that was made in terms of not just equal rights for women, but also equal opportunities and entrance into various career fields, none of that would have been possible without the Rosies rising to the occasion and meeting the need that their country had during those war years in the 1940s.
If it weren't for the Rosies, we would not have won the war. And if it weren't for the Rosies, I would be back in Minneapolis, married, and I wouldn't have had the life that I had.
If it weren't for the Rosies, I might not enjoy my current privilege of serving the great park staff here as their superintendent. Entering the paid workforce, as they did during wartime, opened up doors for women in a multitude of ways. Today, I'm incredibly proud of the women and the men of the National Park Service who helped keep this park running. And I'm especially proud to say that a high percentage of our staff and our supervisors are talented women. It's a real honor to join them in leading this park. We're all grateful for the legacy of the Rosies.